Morales. And here they are on the one-loss side. Uh, I think they both played a match a little bit ago.
They
No,
both
no,
played a match this morning.
this morning.
Yep. Yep.
And so I believe they won their matches this morning,
Mhm.
since they were here yesterday on the one-loss side, and continue on. We were down to 32 players at the beginning of this morning. We are now down to, well, there's 8 players less on the losers side, so we're going to have 16 on the winners side still. And yeah, we had 8 matches winners and 8 matches of losers.
Yep. So 16 altogether.
We're down. No, we only lost 8 people. Since we had 8 matches on the one loss side, 8
You're
went
right.
away. So we're going to have, we still have 24 people.
Yep.
128 players started out Saturday morning wanting to be the Swanee River
Yep.
winner. Excuse me, not Swanee River. I'm thinking of a song.
we're on point this morning. Looks like Jack won the flip this morning, so he
Okay.
gets to start out.
Well, tell us about Dave Hemmah, Mary.
Well, Dave is originally from Dakotas, but he spent a lot of time in Montana as well. And I think he moved to the LA area in the early 90s, late 80s.
Late
I
80s,
think
almost
we've both
90.
known-
I used to play pool with Dave in the late 80s at, there was a pool hall. I forget the name of the pool hall. It was in Phoenix, and it was looked like a warehouse. It was a great place. Dave was a great player, great guy.
Yep.
88, 87, 89, I think. I used to have to actually spend a lot of time in Phoenix because I worked, spent overnights there for work, and would play pool at night. Got to know him real well, played a lot of pool with him back then.
Yep.
He
And then he
is-
moved over to the LA area,
Mhm.
I think, in the early 90s. And he's been the house pro. He was the house pro at Hard Times Billiards for
Still
quite
is.
a while.
Still
Yeah.
is. He's back again. He's been in and out of there for
Does
a
a
while
lot of
now.
teaching. He's a very solid player and
Mhm.
probably one of the nicest guys you will ever meet.
Don't say that about him. You ruin my image of him.
Yeah.
He is a very, very gentleman, good guy, class act.
Yep.
You don't say that about too many good pool players.
No, he is very, very classy, very good-natured.
Mm-hmm.
Win, lose, or draw, I've never seen him. The only person he ever gets a little angry with is himself.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a race of 7, guys. Let's tell you a little bit about the match. We know a little bit about Dave now, and then we'll tell you something about Jack. But this is a race of 7 on the one-loss side. Alternate break format. Jack won the opening toss, so he broke first. Was that right?
Yep,
Okay.
that is correct.
And still at the table, or back to the table. Did Dave shoot?
Dave did
Oh,
shoot.
we were talking? Okay.
Yeah.
We're trying to catch up on the match,
Yeah.
guys. And Jack's going to get a little tricky on this 6 ball. Tricky because he's got to get out of the 7. So he's going to have to go back and forth. Either he hits this real soft or he has to go back and forth and avoid the side pocket where his hand is right now. Well, he went back
he
and
hit
forth.
that nice.
Oh.
He hit that
He hit it.
really nice.
He's not going to
Oh,
like
dear.
it. He's not going to like it.
Wow.
But you know something? I believe he can go right. Oh, maybe he can't.
If
I
I got a
can
little
see it.
close and a little high.
It's a little close and a little high. That's correct.
Yeah.
Exactly right. He's a little tough.
He would have liked to touch that.
He
nine
might be
just a
able to
tad.
spin this. He might be able to spin this in rail first. He's going to try it. Let's see how he does. Yep, too much.
Yeah.
A little close and a little high. Good call.
That's a tough one because he hit that 6 ball real nice, and that was the shot to take, but
Mm-hmm.
just got a little unlucky there.
Well, Jack Rippel is a military guy who's lived in southern Arizona for quite some time. I go back a long time with Jack to the 90s, I guess.
Wow.
He was living in Sierra Vista for quite a while, which is southeastern Arizona. Has a table at home there. Has recently moved to Las Vegas and has been playing pool again and retired from the military.
Wow.
So good player, good solid player. Done well to get where he's at today in this tournament. And loses the first game to Mr. Hemmah.
Yep,
And
that
just-
one will haunt him a
And
little bit.
Well, not haunt him really. It's just a half an inch too hard, and it's not really He hit the ball great,
Yeah.
but the bed of this table's playing very, very fast. The whole table's playing
Yeah.
fast. With all those lights on there,
There's some heat there.
yeah, well, there's heat, and it dries it out,
Yep.
too.
The
So
rest of the tables are a little sluggish. The humidity, you can feel them on the tables.
any other table in the house, he would have been perfect.
Yep. Yeah.
Because he hit that ball very, very well.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too hard.
Dave's coming out with his first break.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mary, you were in this tournament. How'd you do?
I won 2 and I lost 2. I thought I played well. At moments, I made a few mistakes. I made a few bad decisions, but overall, I felt like I played very well.
Well,
End up in the top half of the field and beat some good players.
so did you lose one match out of the money last night? Yeah, if you went
I
2 and
think
2,
so,
did you win
yeah.
your first 2?
No, I won. I lost my first one and then won 2 and then lost another one.
Okay.
So I think I ended up in the top half of the field, but 2 out of the money.
Okay. Good tournament.
Yep, not
You
a
know,
bad tournament.
and you said something that's important to a lot of players, I think, in my opinion, is you played well. You enjoyed playing.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't frustrating for you, which is good. That's the reason we play pool, right?
Yep. I never feel bad if as long as I play well. I don't care if I
Mhm.
win or lose, as long as I play well and perform well. But
Well, Let's be honest, you do care. But
Yeah.
not as much.
yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't hurt as much if I play well.
It feels much better when you get beat than when you beat yourself.
Yeah.
So.
Especially in a field like this.
Mhm.
If I
Oh, it's
made
tough
if I
field.
made these guys play, and I did make them play
Mhm.
to beat me, then you gotta feel good
There's a
walking away
reward.
from that.
There's
Yep.
a reward there. Exactly. A lot to remember, you guys that are home watching. You could have been here playing and feel
Where
the
else
same
are
way
you
Mary
gonna
does.
spend $80 and get to play with some of the best players in the world?
Francisco Bustamante is
Yeah.
here. Vilmos Foldis is here. Mitch Ellerman is here. In fact, they just had a match. Vilmos and Mitch went
Yeah.
hill,
And
and
Mitch
Mitch
etched it
succeeded. Vilmos missed the 3 ball and got tough on it and missed a bank shot. Makes it, he's out. Misses it, Mitch was out.
Yep.
Simple as that. 2-rail kick here for Jack. Nicely done. Is he going to
Nice.
kick safe? Looks like it. He's behind the 7. It stopped on the 1. Hit the 2 ball instead. No, he can see it. He's got a full ball. He can do whatever he wants to with this 1 ball, which is either cut it to the right-hand corner pocket or the left-hand corner pocket, or play safe. Let's see what he chooses. He chooses to miss it and play safe.
That's a good miss. He can still see the edge of the ball.
He's giving
though.
up a bank.
Yeah.
Can you see the edge to cut it? No, he doesn't.
No.
You know, he's got a bank
He's
or a
got
safe.
a bank.
Bank or safe here. You know what's nice here is he can roll to the one ball and bank at it and put the cue ball up against the 3.
Yeah.
It's a touchy shot though. It's takes a touch. He'll bank at it all the way, just like that. There you go.
Yeah. No fear in that.
That's Jack. He doesn't play much one pocket, so one pocket player would have rolled up against the 3
Yeah.
or banked it in. Yeah, that was a fairly straightforward bank.
Yeah. Pretty natural position. He didn't have to do a lot. I'm surprised to see him miss that.
And you know, when he hit the ball, when he followed through on the ball, you saw his body try to
move.
steer it. Yeah, he tried
Yeah.
to steer it because he knew that he didn't quite execute the way he wanted. There's something about that shot he just didn't like, and you saw it in his body English.
Well, and that side pocket might have been a little small with that 9 ball sitting where
Mhm.
it was from that
Mhm.
angle.
Well, I guess it was the 6. Yeah, going by those balls,
Yeah.
it was tough.
It was- yeah.
We're in the 21st. This is the 21st Jay Swanson Memorial. You're watching Dave Hemmah, who won the very first one in 1996.
That's amazing.
So now you know how far back Dave goes playing pool. 20 years ago, he won this tournament.
Yep. He must have been
21 years ago, excuse me.
He must have been 20, 21.
He's about that age now.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I can kind of figure out his age. He's probably 7 or 8 years. He's probably in his mid-50s.
Yeah. He would never admit it, though.
Of course not. He looks
He's
good for
25.
his mid-50s.
He does. He's got
Slim, trim, stands up straight, confident. Look at this guy. Classic stance. Didn't like that shot, though.
no, he didn't.
He didn't. And he gave up a shot on the 3. This table is runnable. There's a little concern with the 5-6 where it's at. But it looks like the 5 ball goes to the lower right-hand corner, so got to make this ball, get on the 4, and go from there. But like I said, you've got to make this ball. And this is like the Energizer Bunny, still going.
Yep, and I think both of them, like you said, are adjusting to this table because the conditions are so different than.
Yes, I agree. Now, Jack, I believe Jack played his first match on this table yesterday. But that was yesterday.
Yeah, Dave played one yesterday, but they both played on the slower tables today.
Yep.
Just not long ago, so there's should be a good 3-4 minute adjustment period there.
Couple racks.
Yeah.
Couple racks apiece. Now let's take a look at their Fargo rate, excuse me. Dave Hemmah at a 678. He's a strong favorite here.
Yeah.
He's almost 100 points higher than Jack, which means he's almost twice the handicap.
Yep.
At 100 points, usually if it's a race to 8, 8 to 4 would be an even race. Or close to an even race. So Dave is a strong favorite here, but I wouldn't count Jack out.
No, you know, Dave, I talked to him quite a bit yesterday, and he hasn't been playing a lot. He's been doing some lessons, but he didn't come into this tournament feeling real prepared. He hasn't been playing a lot of tournaments, so he's just trying to get his feet wet again and start playing.
Well, my response to that is a little different because, see, I until about 4 years ago, I worked a lot. And I played pool when I found time. Now, and so I'd play once or twice a week, sometimes once a week. Sometimes I wouldn't pick up a cue for 3 weeks or a month. And actually, I played better back then. My results were better back then than they are now.
And I have a theory on that, too. That's just you don't have the expectations. And when you don't have those expectations, you don't put the practice on yourself.
That could be.
And because I used to be a lot like that, too.
Is that why I'm dogging a lot of balls now?
There you go. If you got a lot of time to practice, you have a lot more expectations for your game.
Go. Okay.
But these guys play on
Good point.
have a lot of expectations, period.
Yeah.
I know Dave does.
Yeah, Jack's been playing quite a bit recently, as of late. I know he just moved to Vegas not too long ago. Is he going to hit this or is he going to scratch? Neither.
He's on it. He's on it. He doesn't like it, but he's on it.
That's using the corner to play good shape.
That
Huh?
is.
A little close, but it's shape. And game number 2 goes to Mr. Hemmah. Alternate break format brings Jack back to the table. He started breaking, so whenever the score is even, he will be breaking the balls. Whenever it's odd, Dave will be breaking the balls. Something for you guys to remember out there. Some people like to count games and say, well, I break on every odd game. That's harder to keep track of than the score to me. Because now you got to keep track. Now you got to keep track of the number of games you've played instead of just look at the score dictates who breaks.
It really does, and when it comes down to it, that just winning that first break is important because if the match should go hill, then that whoever won the flip gets to break it hill.
That's a great point, Mary. Great point.
That's important.
That's very, especially a 9-ball with the magic rack.
Yep.
Because usually by this time these guys have this magic rack figured out, and they're breaking to make the wing ball or the 1 ball on the side, or playing shape on the one or the other.
Now there are no intentional soft breaks.
No.
Here,
correct.
so
not allowed. Yeah, but there's 1,
wow, there's
2 down, 3 down.
Yep.
4 down.
Holy cow.
And
a shot on the 1.
Yeah, not a shot on the 1, a straight in shot on the 1.
Straight in and dead. He just stopped the ball.
Yeah. But, you know, this is, as easy as it looks, this is a tricky shot. You're close to the rail. This is one of those shots that I say it's so easy to make, so easy to miss.
Yeah.
You stand up on this shot, you miss it.
And this rack, that 6-ball where it is with the 2, he can get in trouble. There you go.
And then the other thing about this, keep in mind, guys, these are 4-inch pockets.
Yep. These are tighter pockets. Not all of the tables in this room have the 4-inch pockets.
I think there's 3 of them.
Yep. And so they really have to concentrate on hitting the center of the pocket.
And those are made to kind of challenge the better players. I mean, when you get on these open, you get on 5-inch Brunswicks with some of these top players like Francisco, Vilmos, Mitch. It's a run-out fest. I mean, they're just firing the balls at warp speed.
Yeah.
And when the cloth is new, the pocket is 8 inches big because you can hit 4 inches above it and still make it. And
He
Dave's
hit
going
that
to make
nice.
he's going to make short work of this strike. He's just going to draw over to the right and play the 9-ball in the lower right-hand corner more than likely.
Yep.
Of course, when I say that, remember that's my opinion. It doesn't count for much, but it's my opinion. Or Mary's, one or the other.
He hit that nice. He had to hit that 6-ball really firm to get on 7, and he hit that nice.
He stroked it well, yes. And game number 3 goes to Mr. Hemmah. Jack's chances are slipping away.
Yeah.
He's digging a ditch. And
Yeah,
unfortunately, this is on the one-loss side. So the loser here is in the money because all 32 players that came back today are in the money.
Yep.
And the winner goes on, still vying. You know, just think, Dave could be the 21st champion.
He sure
The
would
first
like
and
that.
the 21st.
You know, and he won that first one, but he also was runner-up in at least
I
two
believe
after
the
that.
5th. I was looking at the plaque. There's a big plaque that has the winners, the top 3, the top 3 places
Yep.
for every year for the past 20. And his name was strewn throughout. He was second, I believe, the 5th one.
Yep.
He came in second. I forget who wins it, but he was second. Scott Frost was third. I think maybe in about the 10th one. So, and then his name was strewn about in different places. So he's on that plaque in maybe 5 locations.
Yep. This is one of his favorite tournaments. And
Well, you know, when you're in Southern California, San Diego's a nice place to come to.
Yep.
And they've held the Swanee here on cue several times, I believe. I believe it was Mark Griffiths that started it in 1996 at College Billiards.
Yep. And
that
which
was
he
their first
Griffin
one.
owned at that time.
And so here we are 21 years later. At it again. Don't
He
get
hit
over the
that
5.
really nice.
What's nice about that is he's not dead straight in.
No, he
He's
got
got
a
a
little
little
back
bit of an
angle.
angle. But he's going away from his position, though. That's the only problem. But not
Yeah,
he's
been-
perfect.
Yeah.
He's perfect. What's he going away from? It was like, yeah, I'm going away from. I'm going right where I want to be. Good job,
Did you
Dave.
think I was going to stop it, he says.
Yeah. I want to stop it because I want to be able to slide over for the 7. Just like this, see?
You know, he has really adapted this table really quickly. You can see that he's gotten a little more comfortable now.
Well, due to the fact that he's not only a house pro but a top player, they adapt very, very well to good conditions. And when the conditions are good, he didn't adapt that well. Oops.
There we go, jinxing him.
Yeah, commentator's
bad.
curse. It's all your
Yep.
fault.
It is?
I'm going to tell him.
Okay. He'll make me pay for it later.
Yeah, you guys like to have fun.
Yeah. We have a lot of fun. He's a
Good.
good guy.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, dear.
Little tentative, was it?
He's looking at his tip like he might have.
Yeah, but
But it was more the stroke than the tip.
I was going to say I couldn't see what he was shooting because his body was right in my way,
Yeah.
but I saw his body moving. I knew it was not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything moved. Everything moved with that shot.
You know, I've had worked a lot with John Schmidt. He's been a big influence on my game. And one of the things that he told
Mr.
me.
400?
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
400. And one of the things that he told me that has stuck with me is the guy who wins at pool is basically, it's a lesson in who can stay still the longest. And that is a very important thing for people to remember. You really have to stay still.
That's a very good point because all things created equal, you're right. Because really, if you don't break and run out, you won because of your opponent's error.
Yep.
So most games, I'd say maybe 75, 80 games, 80% of the games are won on your opponent's mistakes.
Absolutely.
So very, very good point you made. John Schmidt, hats off, sir.
Yep.
John doesn't know who I don't think I've ever met John, face to face.
Yeah.
And hi, my name is George. I
He's
see
a
him
good
a
guy.
lot.
He's a great coach. One of the
I see him a lot, but I haven't met him.
very good coach. If you ever have the opportunity to get a lesson from him, it is worth it.
Only lessons I want are from a psychiatrist.
That's my second stop. Maybe not a psychiatrist, but maybe somebody who can just a hypnotist. I think would be the second spot.
I've actually, the power of suggestion. I tell you,
Yep.
is strong.
Get out of your own head.
It's funny because I was playing somebody just recent. This happened just recently. I get real close to the 9. I'm straight into the pocket, to the corner pocket, but I'm about 8 feet away. So I'm close to the rail, opposite rail. And he looks at the shot. Just when I get down to shoot, and he goes, "Oh, that can be thrown off." Guess what I did?
That's a little something we like to call sharking.
Yes,
George,
yes.
just so you know.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. I thought maybe he was just trying to tell me to be careful with the shot. But the power of suggestion is very big.
He was telling you to be careful, make sure you throw that right off of there. How was your tournament? You did play, didn't you?
I won my first 2 matches, and I was like you. I won my first 2 and lost my next 2.
Okay. So you did get in the money then?
No, I was 1 match
Oh,
out.
you were 1
If
match
I win my
out.
last match last night, I'd be playing this morning.
The highlights of your tournament were?
Coming to San Diego.
Where it was raining. Oh, Mark Griffin says the highlight was coming to see him.
Actually, the highlight of my tournament was playing on the stream table and having Mark Griffiths commentate for me.
There you go.
That was my highlight. And I got to save it.
What could
It's
be
saved.
better than that? What could be better?
I call it the day that will live in infamy. Actually, they did a great job on the commentary. I
that's
forgot who he was
awesome.
commentating with, but they both knew Jay Swanson very well.
Yeah.
They both went back a long ways with him. They had a lot of great things to say about him. They did a great job in the commentary booth talking about those times and letting people know about him.
That's a lot
So-
of fun. I met him once. I think it was at a tournament in Costa Mesa that I met him.
Yeah, I don't recall ever coming across him, but I've been playing pool for, since late 80s. Well, I've been playing pool since I was 15 years old, and I'm about to turn 65, so.
Wow. I never would have guessed that.
Anyway, but I didn't really get out and play big tournaments or anything like that because, like I said, I worked for a living, and
Yeah.
I stayed in Arizona for the most part.
Dave's not really excited about the angle that he's gotten on this 5 ball.
He's got a tough shot.
He's gotta work
He can't go
here.
forward. He's got to draw it to the right side and then come over to where it's at now. And this is going to take a great stroke.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to take a good shot.
He got 3 rails on
Oh.
it, but making
That
that
was a
ball,
tough shot.
he's going to get safe here. That was a really tough shot. He had to put
What-
some right on that and making it and firm.
Well, and I don't think he had too much room to go by the 7.
No,
So
he had to miss
that's
the
what
7.
made it,
and
that's what made it hard more than anything. More than the English, it was that, and the speed, of course. I like the draw shot better. I didn't even think he had room to go by the 7. I don't think Jack can hit the right side of this, so he's going to have to go. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. From the monitor, see our angle to the table for those viewers out there. All right, we're sitting at the back of the right-hand lower corner pocket, and we're about almost 15 feet away. So some angles we just don't see real well, but we do have a monitor that kind of helps us. Just have to remember to look at the monitor the second guess your shot.
Yeah. Now, Dave didn't get the safety he wanted. However, he's left.
Right.
He's left.
This is the hardest shot in pool. Long, straight
Long
in.
straight, and he doesn't have a lot of things he can do to get on that 6 ball.
He can lay the cue ball on the bottom rail and bank the
And
6.
bank the 6 or play it
Yeah.
safe off the 6, and that's his.
The 9 ball looks like it might go to the side. Is it going to be thrown in? You have a good angle at it.
Yes, it can.
Yeah, okay.
Do you like it? No.
But you can't get over on that side.
No.
So if you kick it, you don't throw it in. Yes, you do.
You can throw it in and kick
You can kick it. Yeah, you can throw it in kicking it. You made it. That in itself is a good shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially
That's
he hasn't gone to the table much. He's
Mhm.
down 4.
Mhm.
That's a really good shot
Mhm.
at that point.
And he's looking at this kick.
Yep.
He'll be kicking this
He
ball.
wants something to happen
I would
here.
be. Because if it's dead to the side, it might go off the 9 into the corner, the 6. Yeah, he's kicking at it.
Yep.
No doubt. Let's see which happens. Neither. That's usually the way it goes, doesn't it?
Yep.
When you think you can make them both on the same shot, you
Yep.
miss them both. Can't win for
One of
losing.
those things you got to concentrate on one or the other. It's like safety. You either concentrate on the cue ball or on the object ball. You can't try to place both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, but first and foremost there, he had to kick the ball, which
Yeah.
meant his accuracy wasn't 100%. Oh, neither was that. No 100% accuracy there either. But he hasn't left too much.
Yeah.
What do you do here, Mary? Do you bank the ball? Do you cut the left side of it
You
and
know,
play
I'm going to
safe?
cut the left side of it real thin
Mhm.
and come down and lay that cue ball on the bottom rail.
Okay.
And then he'll come back and hit it and place the cue ball behind the 9 on me.
It looks like that's exactly what it looks like he's doing. Let's see how thin you can hit this ball. Very thin, very nice.
Yep.
If he freezes him on the rail, this is a very well executed shot, and this is as good as freezing it.
Yeah.
Almost as good as freezing it. Dave has the same shot, but he's 9 feet away.
Dave has a little better shot. He's got a pretty nice bank if he's feeling good about it.
You know what other shot he has? Yours is an old timer
got
shot. Is to kick it.
Yep.
He kicks it right down to where the cue ball is, and the cue ball sticks right where the 6 is.
Yeah. He's feeling good about the bank.
Well, he's not going to feel good about it too long.
Nope.
But this isn't a gimme.
Nope. He's missing good. Dave is missing good.
This shot, he can't really English. He has to be
Yep.
very concerned with the right hand lower corner pocket, because that's where his cue ball is going to track to.
Yep.
Tough. He's in tough. This is a tough place to be.
I don't know how fast.
But he's at the
this-
table.
Yeah. And really, though, he doesn't have to worry too much about shape. If he can just make that ball just nice and slow, just hit it in, maybe a little bit of right on
Mhm,
that
a
cue
little-
ball,
yeah.
a little top
Yes.
right
Mhm.
to hold it straighter. He doesn't have to worry. He just has to avoid scratching.
Well, he avoided scratching. He also avoided
he
making the
did.
ball.
I
And-
would have gone for cinching the ball, focus on making the ball.
Mhm. Oh, well,
Because you can make
yeah.
that 7 ball from anywhere.
Yes. Yes. That was all shot there.
Yep.
Didn't have to play shape. But he was on the rail. It's a tough shot.
It is a tough shot. It is a tough
Dave, of course, on the other hand here, is straight in on the 7. He's going to want to follow it up and play the 9 ball in the opposite corner, I think. Let's see what he does. Does he cheat the pocket? Do you
He looks like he's got a little back angle, but
does he?
not much. I don't know if he's going to
Well,
try to cinch it.
the English he's
not,
using, he's
yeah.
following. Oh,
Yeah.
and he slid off the ball there.
Yep.
So he cheated a little bit to not follow it all the way. Well done, Dave. This will give him a 5-0 lead.
The funny thing about Dave is as this tournament has gone on, you can tell he's getting more comfortable and hiring his standards. He was not happy with how he left himself there. And it wasn't
Mhm.
a tough shot,
Mhm.
but it wasn't exactly where he wanted.
Oh,
And
he's a perfectionist.
Yesterday, he would have been
Yeah.
okay with that in the first 1 or 2 matches.
So
That's good enough.
so now you're saying he's thinking he's got a chance.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Good.
Do not count him out.
Oh no, never. He's a competitor.
And he's starting to taste some blood, and
Yeah. He's seeing some light
yeah, he's like,
at the
hey,
other
I
side
got
of the
this.
tunnel there.
I remember
Yeah.
how to do this.
Been here before.
Yep.
I'm sure he's been on the one lost side before, and like I said, his name is scattered all through those plaques. There's 20 little plaques on the big plaque that
Yep.
have first through third, and his name's on at least 4 or 5 of them.
Yep.
So
And
Been here, done that.
he would like to win this again.
just think, he won the first one, and then he won the 21st one, 20 years later in between.
I just go up and say, it's about time, dude.
Well, I tell you, he's got his work cut out to do it. He's facing some
Absolutely.
opponents here that are Vilmos, His
Vilmos
face.
is playing
Francisco.
really well.
Mitch Ellerman, Gallego,
Gallego, I was watching him play the other night. He's amazing to watch.
Mitch played him Friday night when we got here.
Yeah.
And they played, I think it was 6. It might have been 8 sets, and they broke even.
Wow.
They went set.
Wow, I
they
haven't
back
seen
and forth,
Mitch
back and
play in
forth,
a
back
long
and
time,
forth.
but he must be playing good because
He hasn't been playing. That's why he played him as long as he did.
Yeah.
You know,
tune him up.
to tune himself up. Yeah. Did a great job. It was nice. It was good action. Great action.
I watched him play that young player, Cena, who I have. This is the first time I've seen him play. And
Gallego?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were playing Friday when we got here.
Yeah.
They played a long time.
Yeah.
They played about 6
And
hours.
that young Cena, and I don't know where he's from, don't know anything about him, but he was impressive to watch. And Gallego was incredible.
They played well. That was a good match. I watched part
fun.
of it. I watched some of it.
Nice shot. Nice shot with a bridge. Nobody likes that shot.
Jack says, I'm still coming to the table. I might be down 5-0. Well, that was Dave. Excuse me. I looked right at Jack and said his name instead of Dave.
He's thinking that Jack should be thinking what you're saying. Though.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah.
still in the match, and you never give up.
You know, when I'm down, and well, Jack broke those balls, I believe, because didn't Dave? No, Jack started breaking.
This is Dave's
Dave's
break.
Okay.
Now Dave's got a choice here. What's he gonna do?
He's gonna go 2 rails with the cue ball.
He come up above it?
No.
He's gonna miss.
I thought he was gonna go 2 rails back and forth and just lay the cue ball by the 8.
Yeah.
And either play a safety or play the 4-9 combo.
Yeah.
Because where the 5 and the 7 are positioned, it's almost a free shot at the 4-9 combo.
Yeah.
And the lead. Since he's got such a
Absolutely.
lead, it's like a free shot. Now, if you're in a tight game, of course, you play the safe.
Yep. Yep.
If you're in a tight match, excuse me.
Yeah.
All the games are tight.
I think Jack is thinking too much and just needs to fight back a little bit because he's not out.
Oh, no.
As long as you can, you still get a shot. You're still getting to the table. He's got another break left. You know, he's.
Does he? This is a nice bank shot. You just
Yeah.
cross side and play nice shape on the 5 withdraw. You just
He
draw it
went
off of
to
there. But
the
he's not doing that.
corner
I'm not
and-
sure he's going to the corner.
Yep.
I prefer the bank there.
I would have preferred the bank in this lower corner. And then
Oh,
it's
really?
natural. Well, and if you miss it, you generally miss it short,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to come out and leave it safe.
Okay.
Although you shouldn't think that way, and Dave probably
Yes, you should.
wouldn't.
Yes, you should. You should. You should weigh every aspect of the shot,
Yeah, you probably.
and that's one of them.
It's probably a
he's
safe
gonna be behind
overall
the
safer
6.
shot. Oh
Oh,
goodness,
there's-
Jack's not getting a lot of rolls.
Well, no, that's the speed of the table.
Yep.
You hit that rail, you're not going to stay on it. He
Yep.
wanted to stay on that rail.
Yeah,
Remember, that's how he lost the first game.
that is exactly how he lost the first
Yeah.
game.
He came off that rail, he got behind the ball and had to spin it in and couldn't. And I think he has to do the same thing here. I'm not sure, but it looks like it. No, he could see. Oh, he could see all of it. He could see everything he needed. It just looked tricky to him. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he hit it too thick.
yeah,
He hit it fat, as you might say.
yeah. And he hasn't had the time at the table because Dave's been, you know, dominating the time at the table to actually get used to
Yeah.
and adapt to it.
Now see,
That's
that pocket accepted the ball. It was
Yep.
missed.
Yep.
If it would have been a little harder, it would have hung up.
It was
But
A
it
good
he
speed
rolled
for
it
this
in. Yeah, it was
table.
just the right speed for the table to slide in.
Is he going to back cut this?
If he back cuts it, he risks. No, he doesn't risk a scratch. He risks. That's a new
Yeah,
word.
Oh,
Well, opportunity.
okay.
Either
let's
way,
see
it's opportunity.
come on, Jack.
This is going to take a stroke to get on the 7.
Dave's been really fortunate, and when he has missed, he either hasn't left a shot or not an easy shot.
He's left them funny.
Yeah.
'Cause
There's nothing
yeah.
has been easy here
Yeah, see,
for him.
that wasn't an easy shot.
No.
It was. I mean, it wasn't a hard shot, but it was hard to get shape.
The shape made it
Yeah.
hard. He really had to stroke that ball,
Mm-hmm.
and that gets harder with these smaller tighter pockets, and they don't accept the balls.
Well,
Ooh, and that was just a miss.
not a good one, I think, because it left him straight in.
Come on, Jack. I'm going to see you get back in this match.
Come on. This is just a nice stop. He wants to come back just a hair.
Yep.
And actually, you'd rather shoot it to come back just a hair because you can stroke the ball, not roll it.
Well, it doesn't want to be on the rail either.
No,
So go off
exactly.
that.
But now, see, he's got to follow this ball for shape. And if he starts spinning it off this rail, it decreases his accuracy.
Yep. He hit that nice.
Yeah.
He hit that really nice.
And he spun it, too. He spun
Yep.
all the way over.
That's good. That's a good shot to help him relax a little bit and settle into his game.
Now, see, he made that ball easily,
Mm-hmm.
but it hit the rail way before the pocket. In his mind, he didn't like that.
Yeah.
He did a double take at the shot. He
Yeah.
didn't like that. He didn't like the fact that he didn't hit it perfect.
Yep.
See, in fact, they're laughing and talking about that shot right there.
Well, they both hit a few like that.
And I'll tell you, on the other tables that are tight like this one, that
Mhm.
might have missed because this is dry.
And the
so
others
it
are.
slid. The others would have grabbed. That
Yeah.
rail would have grabbed. And
Well,
then
now I have an excuse for every one of my mistakes yesterday. You just gave
yeah,
it
I just
to
try to
me.
make it easy for you.
Easier to swallow.
I'm just making it easier for you.
We tend to be hard on ourselves, but
Mhm.
I've always felt like if I don't take responsibility for my own shots, then I can't change anything. If I'm always blaming it on equipment or the table or some outside factor, then I can't change it. And as long as I take the responsibility, then I can fix it.
You know, you're totally right there. Totally right. Yesterday I had a couple of misses, and someone said, "Well, you miscued on the shot." Yeah, I miscued all right on the shot, but I moved, and that's why I miscued. It wasn't my tip.
Yep.
You know, all these guys will check their tip, but you watch their body English going into the shot, and it was poorly executed. So that's
Yeah.
why they miscued. Nice break by Jack.
Wow, that was a nice break.
That wing ball fired right in, and look what the one ball does.
He
How
really
often-
wanted that one to go.
How often do you see the one ball hang up in the bottom corner pockets? It always goes to the head of the table.
And he's got to get all the way back there to the 2
Good luck.
with the 7 and the 8.
I would go rail first off the bottom rail. Right
Well,
where
that's
got
what
his
he's
finger.
looking. That's
where his
exactly where
finger.
he's
That's
looking.
the only way
He
to get
doesn't
back
have
up
any-
there. That's the only way to get back up.
Yeah,
And the ball's laying in a very, very nice place for it.
yeah,
So easy to miss the whole ball, though, I'll tell you that right now.
yep. I'm not sure how deep these
He did.
pockets
He
are.
missed the whole ball.
These pockets are pretty deep, aren't they?
No, it's a Brunswick. There's no
Looks
shelf.
like- no.
No, that ball, very easy to
Then
make.
he-
But since you're spinning the ball,
Yep, it's
you're-
coming off.
you're expecting to kind of twist the ball a little bit to the right. And if it doesn't twist to the right, guess what you do?
Yep.
You give a ball in hand.
Yep, and again, the twisting comes from the dryer cloth. It's
Mhm.
not going to react as.
Mm-hmm. And this lets Dave back to the table. He needs 2 games. This is a race to 7 on the one-loss side.
Yeah,
So on the winner side, it's a race to 8. The finals will be an extended race to 11, I believe they said.
correct. Correct.
Nice position.
Wow, Dave hit that
Look
nice.
how nice the bed rolls. He hit that ball
Wow.
perfect. And you said a little bit ago, he's acclimated to the speed of the table
Yep.
very well. And that's a good example
Yep.
of that. Very good example.
And it just makes everything so much easier.
Oh,
He's not having
yeah.
to work the ball more.
Well, he's not having to move the ball around a lot. He's letting the ball
Yep.
fall into position.
Yep. It's a little rough.
He's perfect. He will use a little bit of center right spin and go 2 rails for the
Yep.
7. He's going to come close to that chalk.
Yep.
On the right side by the corner pocket. Or will he go all the way around to where he's at and shoot it in the upper left? That's
I
his
think
choice.
he's going to come above it.
No, he's going the other
No.
way. He's coming all the way around.
He doesn't want to mess
He's
with that
coming
8.
all the way around. That's right.
He didn't want to worry about that 8.
He doesn't want to worry about catching that corner pocket by going all the way over.
That's true, too.
Yeah, because it is a steep angle,
Yeah.
and he could catch the corner of the pocket and mess everything up. Uh-oh, missed it. Oh,
He came a little higher.
God, I thought he missed that ball. That hit by the side pocket still went in.
That table speed stuff. Man.
That's the shelf.
Yep.
On any diamond, that ball's
That's
missed.
not going, yeah.
Yeah, missed this one.
I think punishing himself for that last one, maybe.
Well, he knew he missed that ball.
Yeah.
It just it was speed and English that allowed it to go in. Good shot for Jack here. Close the gap. Stop the bleeding. Short rail shape. Keep coming. Keep coming, ball. Well, does he make this?
Yeah.
Will he use left English or right?
He's going to use right.
He's using draw. He's using left, actually. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he's making the ball. We got a match, folks. It's down to 5-2.
This is where I'm thinking, get out of this match now. I don't like to sit on the hill. You know, I don't like when you've got a big gap like this, and Dave now has to put the crunch down because it's too easy to get comfortable with a big lead and think that you'll always get another shot and let things slip away. But he's too much of a professional for that, I would hope. But it happens. Get lazy mentally.
Well, with the big lead, you kind of figure it'll come.
Yeah.
But you know something? You're playing on tight equipment. You're playing on the stream, so you're aware that people are watching, or you could be aware of people are watching. A lot of people don't even notice anybody watching, but and all of a sudden, you might make just a little unforced error.
Yep.
It can cost you another game.
And that's, too.
Or you
Dave
can get a
had
roll
him-
like that.
Dave, just a few rolls. Dave had him down 5-0. Now it's 5-2, and then just chipping away at the little mistakes. And this is where I'm talking to myself, saying, you need to tighten up, and you need to just make sure you get out and play a few more saves. Whatever you need to do, you need to play smart right now and not play fast and loose.
I agree. You do have to. You have to be able to close the door here, and take advantage of your break.
Yep.
And don't let him break your serve again, because let's say Jack comes back and wins this game. He's got the break. A break and a run out. It is now 5-4.
Yep.
And now you're flipping coins.
A race to 7 can be really, really short, and
this
it can go really fast.
This isn't, Jack has more than 2% chance of winning this match,
Oh, absolutely.
which is what your Fargo is indicating.
Fargo's number, but it doesn't say anything about heart or chance and rolls.
There you go. I'm going to cut this very thin with a little bit of left English and go 2 rails with a cue ball behind the 7.
Okay. And Jack says, I'm not going to touch it.
I would not give this back. I'm playing the cue ball here. And I don't think you want to go underneath the one on the right side, to the lower end of the table.
I think if you do that, you leave too many options for them on the other side.
Well, you're going to leave
when
them
they
too
come
close to
in.
the ball,
Yeah.
and the one ball's traveling to an open area.
Yep. You're pushing the one ball toward that group of balls where in the next shot they'll still be able to see it most likely and get in there and play a much tighter safe on you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit about a quarter of this ball on the right hand side and try to get behind that 7.
He tried to hold it. It worked.
That, I'm sure that's what he was planning all along.
Of course. Now, Jack has a nice shot here to just
Yeah.
thin the one and run up table.
Yep.
Leave the one ball behind the 2-6. Got to hit it real thin. It's all in the hit. Don't need any English. Don't need a thing. Just hit it real thin. If he could just fan it.
Yes.
Yeah. What do they call that when you hit it? So he's kicking at it. He's going to try to do this. He's going to try to kick and stick. He kicked and stick.
He did. It's going to turn out pretty
Mhm.
nice.
Mhm.
That's a nice shot.
Mm-hmm. The old kick and stick, but he's got a kick shot to the left. It's actually, I guess you can see it, or you can. Oh, he's going this way. I like the kick shot this way. I mean, off the left-hand side, into the one, because you might make it and get shade.
And you'd get shade.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm with you on that.
I'm surprised
I'm all
he
over
shot it
kicking
that way.
that ball like that, and yeah.
But I'm not going to argue with the way he shot it. He liked that better.
That's another funny thing about pool. That's, we can
Choices?
sit here. Choices are, your stroke and your strong points, and you play to those. And that's why the pool is hard to commentate because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Although
Well, skills vary.
skill is one thing and strokes are one thing, but there definitely is. You want to be on the right side of the ball. And you need to learn to play to that, to get back in shape and to play to staying on the correct side of the ball. Wow.
Well, he got on the right side of that ball,
Yes,
didn't
he did.
he?
See, this is,
Closes the gap, and guess who has the break?
yep.
Now, all he has to be thinking here is break and run, break and
Yep.
run, break and control. Don't scratch on the break. Don't even think of that. Just think good break, and I'm in control. I believe he's the times he's broken, he's making the wing ball. He's broken the balls pretty good. So let's see what he does with this. But hey, his chances went up
They sure did.
from 2 to 6.
Yep.
But there's only a 2-game gap now, so that's that's big.
And you can see for a while he was kind of looking a little defeated, and now you see he's standing up a little taller. I see a little fight coming back.
Little
in him.
pep in his step.
Yep.
There
I see
you go.
that. And that's what Dave should be worried about right there.
Kind of like that glance he just gave Dave. He's kind of just glanced over and said, I got you in the chair now, buddy.
Yep.
I've won 3 games in a row.
Yep.
Well, I will say my last match last night, I was down 4-0, and then we were tied at 4. Actually, we were tied at 5.
Yeah.
And then I made a mistake, and it turned into a loss. So it can happen. It can turn around just that fast.
It absolutely can.
Is he playing the 7? He's
playing
playing
that
safe
same.
behind the 7, and he didn't get that. But it looks like, well, he
think
gave him the top part of the ball,
yeah,
but that's
he's
about it.
the edge.
Oh, he's got a nice shot here. He can come across the top of the deuce, go to the side rail, and bank the 2 ball straight up to the head rail.
Yep.
Between the 6 and the 9. And more than likely, the cue ball is going to end up behind the 5-9.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit the 6
I
first,
think
so
was a
that
bad
takes
hit.
that
Yeah.
takes everything out of that. That takes the wind out of his sails.
Yeah.
I sure hope they can't hear us over there.
Try to keep it quiet.
Yeah. Because I can think of all the good thoughts that are going through their minds. God
I
damn
hope
commentators.
We'll pay for that later too.
If you just joined us, you're watching the 2017
Did
Jay
he make
Swanson
it?
Memorial. You might have to spin this ball, which is going to give him no position. He's drawing the ball so he
Yeah.
can see it all. He can see it all.
Oh,
Well,
now we can't.
well, he can see it. It's just on the other side of the 6.
You did. So, you broke
I don't think you see any part of it. He's got a
Yeah,
kick at it.
now he is
He's got a kick
just,
at it.
yeah.
Kick it soft. Oh, he must be able to see something. Oh, ask Steve how to get there. He's kicking at this. Well done.
That was a
Nicely
nice
done.
hit.
Nicely done. He hit it just right. Hit the soft side, hit the soft
Yeah.
low side of it, so that he used
Nice
the
little
6
kick
ball.
safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dave's got a
beautiful.
nice little shot off the rail here, but he's hitting the ball into an open area, so it's going to be tough not to leave some kind of a shot.
Yeah.
He's going to kick and stick it too, and try to go. That's right. Kick.
Wow.
It's going to end up straight into the corner. There's a window between the
Yeah.
rail and the ball, and it's open.
Yep. Dave
Well.
hit that as good as he could have, you know,
Mm-hmm.
with the best odds that he could for getting safe on it.
Well,
and
he
it
had a s-
just a little hard.
Yeah, he had a small window where to leave
Yep.
that ball for a safety. Jack's there. He can see this ball.
I'm looking at it, and it's really tight.
Oh, you have a perfect angle to see it, don't you?
It's really
It looks like he's
tight.
got plenty of room on the monitor.
And he may have. I'm looking at it from the backside.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I can almost look over into it, but I don't want to move because we're in his line.
Yeah.
See, we're in his line of vision. We're in direct line to that ball. Just like we're standing right where that camera is.
Yeah, that was a tough shot because had the edge of the 8, but then he had the backside of the 5 ball on that same side
Well.
that he had to hit.
Jack needs a mistake from Dave here
Yep.
because this is one of those connect the dots.
And this is one Dave is saying. Dave wants to get out now. He
Oh.
needs to get out.
He doesn't need to be on the rail, though. I'll tell you that
No.
right now. And his body language just told you that, didn't it?
He's going, why am I there?
Mm-hmm. The rail is not good for my health.
You know, sometimes I like to play little head games with myself, and when I do stuff like that, you get mad at yourself for a minute, but then I think, you know, if my opponent left me like this, I sure wouldn't be upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be happy to be back at the table. And
Yeah.
so those are the kind of things that you need to really think about. How bad is it really?
Oh, there's how bad it is.
Because
Ouch.
one little mistake can lead to another and another. If it's all about the mental part of it.
Speaking of mental, that miss was tentative.
Yep.
He shot that very tentative. And actually what it was the speed of the table. You didn't want to
Yep.
come past the 8.
Yep.
Big opportunity for Jack. Big opportunity for Jack. He's perfect. Guess what?
It's going to be 5-4. I'm
Dave-
not supposed to say that. The minute I said that, I knew I shouldn't have said that.
Tight pockets, folks. Tight pockets. Pressure. What else do you want to call that?
Commentator's curse
Doesn't exist.
doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Well, I've done it to both of them.
See, because
So
I do a little
that's
bit of
even, right?
commentary, and I have to take the blame off of me. I don't want to be, so it doesn't exist. Not my fault.
Oh. Dave's
Not
going to
your
get
fault.
this shot out of his head.
Yeah, because he slow rolled this, and,
Yeah.
and he didn't want to come past this ball. Well,
Okay. Now he adjusted to missing it on the other side.
yeah, but his cue ball came past where he wanted to. He
Yep.
would not have had shape on the 8.
Yep.
The 8's on the upper side of the side
Yep.
pocket. That's more what he had.
There we have.
There it is. Oh, so Jack went to the restroom, so
Yeah.
that affords him time to practice. You're watching Dave Hemmah, the very first champion of the J. Swanson Memorial Tournament held in 1996. Here we are 21 years later, and he's on the one-loss side, leading 5 games to 4, trying to
No, 6
get
to
back.
4 now.
Oh, it's 6-4. You won that game. That's right. Good.
Yeah, it's 6 to
There's your
6 to
commentator's curse.
3.
You got me. 6-3. You never won that 4th game. Thank you.
Now we've confused everybody. What
No,
is the real score?
I just assumed,
Yeah.
and I made an ass of you and
Put
me.
it in. We put it in our heads.
Pretty much. Here's some things coming up while we're. Steve's ready some commercials here for the U.S. Open 10-ball championships being held July 17th through the 19th at Griff's on 9-foot diamond tables.
Lots of people happy about that.
A lot of people
I'm
happy.
excited
They're
about that.
they're
I'm gonna be
unhappy
there.
that the pros are playing on 7-foot tables.
They have been. The pros were unhappy, and I don't blame them. They'd much rather be on the 9-foot tables.
Well, you
There's
know,
been a
one
lot
of
of
the
discussion
things
about it.
one of the things about the pros playing on 7-foot tables, it really accentuates how good they are.
I think it does, and I don't think it's as the 10 ball on the 9-foot table. Definitely, I like watching the pros play the 8 ball on the 7-foot tables
Because of the close quarters?
Of the close quarters. 8 ball on a 9-foot table is not in any way, shape, or form to me the same game as 8 foot on a 7-foot table.
Totally agree.
And I just think it's a lot more of a chess game. And I watched Shane last year, hours of him at not only at the U.S. Open tournaments but also the Bar Table Championships, and was just amazed at how good his 8 ball on a bar box is and how easy it makes, and his breakouts and his strategies. Amazing.
It totally relates to his cue ball control.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched. I got to do the commentary for the 8-ball championship. Not only the U.S. Open, but for the nationals, and the pattern play. If you've got a good cue ball, your patterns are so clean. Shane ran the cleanest patterns of anyone.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The only guy that came close to running this clean patterns was Justin Bergman,
Mm-hmm.
if I remember correctly.
He's another one of my favorites to watch. And I think that, that's
He's
one of
gonna
the
get safe here.
reasons that
Oh, not going to get safe here. It was a bad hit. Didn't see the hit. I just saw where the 1 ball was going and where the cue ball was, and thought he was going to get safe. Commentator's mistake. We have a curse and we have a mistake.
two different things completely.
Same dumb commentator. That's for those of you who like to tear me down when I do commentary. Well, this close it out. This is connect the dots out.
Yep. The 4 ball is the only tricky ball.
It goes by. I would.
Does it go by? Does it go
It
by
goes
the 6?
I think it goes by the 6. If it doesn't, he's got
He's
the
got
perfect angle to get to play the 4 up by the and put the cue ball by the side
Yeah.
pocket and play in the opposite corner. Oh, he went. Wow.
Yeah, he's going to go for the side pocket. He hit that nice.
Mm-hmm.
Got a nice back angle so he can just pop off the rail for the
Mhm.
5.
Come straight over and get on either side of the 5 to track towards the 6. Oh, he used the
Okay.
whole pocket. Straight
Tighten it
in.
up,
This is
Dave.
where you don't want to be on this shot. Sorry, but you don't want to be straight
No.
in. And he says, "Why not? Can't you
What's
draw your
the
ball straight
difference?
back like that?"
Can't you drop 4 inches?
And draws the ball again. Guess he was straight in. Back and forth for the win.
And that's a very nice match.
Mr. Rippel.
Very good match. I don't think either of
is
them
done.
are really pleased with their play in that match.
Well,
They both made mistakes.
mm,
He's been the house pro. He was the house pro at Hard Times
Hard-
Billiards for
Still
quite
is.
a while.
still
Yeah.
is. He's back again. He's been in and out of there for
Does
a
a
while
lot of
now.
teaching. He's a very solid player and
Mhm.
probably one of the nicest guys you will ever meet.
Don't say that about him. You'll ruin my image of him.
Yeah.
He is a very, very gentleman, good guy, class act.
Yep.
You don't say that about too many good pool players.
No, he is very, very classy, very good-natured.
Mm-hmm.
Win, lose, or draw, I've never seen him. The only person he ever gets a little angry with is himself.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a race of 7, guys. Let's tell you a little bit about the match. We know a little bit about Dave now, and then we'll tell you something about Jack. But this is a race of 7 on the one-loss side. Alternate break format. Jack won the opening toss, so he broke first. Was that right?
Yep,
Okay.
that is correct.
And still at the table, or back to the table. Did Dave shoot?
Dave did
Oh,
shoot.
we were talking? Okay.
Yeah.
We're trying to catch up on the match,
Yeah.
guys. And Jack's going to get a little tricky on this 6 ball. Tricky because he's got to get out of the 7. So he's going to have to go back and forth. Either he hits this real soft or he has to go back and forth and avoid the side pocket where his hand is right now. Well, he went back and
he
forth.
hit that nice.
Oh.
He hit that
He hit it.
really nice.
He's not going to
Oh,
like
dear.
it. He's not going to like it.
Wow.
But you know something? I believe he can go right. Oh, maybe he can't.
I got a little close and a little high.
It's a little close and a little high. That's correct.
Yeah.
Exactly right. He's a little tough.
He would have liked to touch that.
He
nine
might be
just a
able to
tad.
spin this. He might be able to spin this in rail first. He's going to try it. Let's see how he does. Yep, too much.
Yeah.
A little close and a little high. Good call.
That's a tough one because he hit that 6 ball real nice, and that was the shot to take, but
Mm-hmm.
just got a little unlucky there.
Well, Jack Rippel is a military guy who's lived in southern Arizona for quite some time. I go back a long time with Jack to the didn't quite execute the way he wanted. There's something about that shot he just didn't like, and you saw it in his body English.
Well, and that side pocket might have been a little small with that 9 ball sitting where
Mhm.
it was from that
Mhm.
angle.
Well, I guess it was the 6. Yeah, going by those balls,
Yeah.
it was tough.
It was- yeah.
We're in the 21st. This is the 21st Jay Swanson Memorial. You're watching Dave Hemmah, who won the very first one in 1996.
That's amazing.
So now you know how far back Dave goes playing pool. 20 years ago, he won this tournament.
Yeah. He must have been
21 years ago, excuse me.
He must have been 20, 21.
He's about that age now.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I can kind of figure out his age. He's probably 7 or 8 years. He's probably in his mid-50s.
Yeah. He would never admit it, though.
Of course not. He looks
He's
good for
25.
his mid-50s.
He does. He's got
Slim, trim, stands up straight, confident. Look at this guy. Classic stance. Didn't like that shot, though.
no, he didn't.
He didn't. And he gave up a shot on the 3. This table is runnable. There's a little concern with the 5-6 where it's at. But it looks like the 5 ball goes to the lower right-hand corner, so got to make this ball, get on the 4, and go from there. But like I said, you've got to make this ball. And this is like the Energizer Bunny, still going.
Yeah, but I think both of them, like you said, are adjusting to this table because the conditions are so different than.
Yes, I agree. Now, Jack, I believe Jack played his first match on this table yesterday. But that
And
was
I know
yesterday.
Yeah, Dave played one yesterday,
Dave
but
played
they
one.
both played on the slower tables
Mhm.
today.
Yep.
Just not long ago, so there's should be a good 3-4 minute adjustment period there.
Couple racks.
Yeah.
Couple racks apiece. 90s, I guess.
Wow.
He was living in Sierra Vista for quite a while, which is southeastern Arizona. Has a table at home there. Has recently moved to Las Vegas and has been playing pool again and retired from the military.
Wow.
So good player, good solid player. Done well to get where he's at today in this tournament. And loses the first game to Mr. Hemmah.
Yep,
And
that
just
one will haunt him a
and
little bit.
well, not haunt him really. It's just a half an inch too hard, and it's not really. He hit the ball great,
Yeah,
but the bed of this table's playing very, very fast. The whole table's playing
yeah.
fast with all those lights on there.
There's some heat there.
Yeah, well, there's heat and it dries it out
Yep.
too.
The
So
rest of the tables are a little sluggish. The humidity, you can feel them on the tables.
any other table in the house, he would have been perfect.
Yep. Yep.
Because he hit that ball very, very well.
Yep.
Just a little bit too hard.
Dave's coming out with his first break.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mary, you were in this tournament. How'd you do?
I won 2 and I lost 2. I thought I played well. At moments, I made a few mistakes. I made a few bad decisions, but overall, I felt like I played very well.
Well,
End up in the top half of the field and beat some good players.
so did you lose one match out of the money last night? Yeah, if you went
I
2 and
think
2,
so,
did you win
yeah.
your first 2?
No, I won. I lost my first one and then won 2 and then lost another one.
Okay.
So I think I ended up in the top half of the field, but 2 out of the money.
Okay. Good tournament.
Yep, not a bad tournament.
And you said something that's important to a lot of players, I think, in my opinion, is you played well. You enjoyed playing.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't frustrating for you, which is good. That's the reason we play pool, right?
Yep. I never feel bad if as long as I play well. I don't care if I
Mhm.
win or lose, as long as I play well and perform well. But
Well, Let's be honest, you do care. But
Yeah.
not as much.
yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't hurt as much if I play well.
It feels much better when you get beat than when you beat yourself.
Yeah.
So.
Especially in a field like this.
Mhm.
If I
Oh, it's
made
tough
if I
field.
made these guys play, and I did make them play
Mhm.
to beat me, then you gotta feel good
There's a
walking away
reward
from that.
There's
Yep.
a reward there, exactly. A lot to remember, you guys that are home watching. You could have been here playing and feel
Where
the
else
same
are
way
you
Mary
gonna
does.
spend $80 and get to play with some of the best players in the world?
Francisco Bustamante is
Yeah.
here. Vilmos Foldis is here. Mitch Ellerman is here. In fact, they just had a match. Vilmos and Mitch went
Yeah.
hill-hill,
And
and
Mitch
Mitch
etched it
succeeded.
out.
Vilmos missed the 3 ball and got tough on it and missed a bank shot. Makes it, he's out. Misses it, Mitch was out.
Yep.
Simple as that. 2-rail kick here for Jack. Nicely done. Is he going to
Nice.
kick safe? Looks like it. He's behind the 7. It stopped on the 1. Hit the 2 ball instead. No, he can see it. He's got a full ball. He can do whatever he wants to with this 1 ball, which is either cut it to the right-hand corner pocket or the left-hand corner pocket, or play safe. Let's see what he chooses. He chooses to miss it and play safe.
That's a good miss. He can still see the edge of the ball.
He's giving
though.
up a bank.
Yeah.
Can you see the edge to cut it? No, he doesn't.
No.
You know, he's got a bank
He's
or
got
safe.
a bank.
Bank or safe here. You know what's nice here is he can roll to the one ball and bank at it and put the cue ball up against the 3.
Yeah.
It's a touchy shot though. It's takes a touch. He'll bank at it all the way, just like that. There you go.
Yeah. No fear in that.
That's Jack. He doesn't play much one pocket, so one pocket player would have rolled up against the 3
Yeah.
or banked it in. Yeah, that was a fairly straightforward bank.
Yeah. Pretty natural position. He didn't have to do a lot. I'm surprised to see him miss that.
And you know, when he hit the ball, when he followed through on the ball, you saw his body try to steer it. Yeah, he tried to
Yeah.
steer it because he knew that he did. And here they are on the 1-loss side. I think they both played a match a little bit ago.
They
No,
both
no.
played a match this morning.
This morning.
Yep. Yep.
And so I believe they won their matches this morning,
Mm-hmm.
since they were here yesterday on the 1-loss side, and continue on. We were down to 32 players at the beginning of this morning. We are now down to, well, there's 8 players less on the losers side, so we're going to have 16 on the winners side still. And yeah, we had 8 matches winners and 8 matches of losers.
Yep. So 16 altogether.
We're down. No, we only lost 8 people. Since we had 8 matches on the 1-loss side, 8
You're
went
right.
away. So we're going to have, we still have 24 people.
Yep.
128 players started out Saturday morning wanting to be the Swanee River
Yep.
winner. Excuse me, not Swanee River. I'm thinking of a song.
We're on point this morning. Looks like Jack won the flip this morning, so he
Okay.
needs to start out.
Well, tell us about Dave Hemmah, Mary.
Well, Dave is originally from Dakotas, but he spent a lot of time in Montana as well. And I think he moved to the LA area in the early 90s, late 80s.
Late
I
80s,
think we've
almost
both
90.
known.
I used to play pool with Dave in the late 80s at, there was a pool hall. I forget the name of the pool hall. It was in Phoenix, and it was looked like a warehouse. It was a great place. Dave was a great player, great guy.
Yep.
Uh, 88, 87, 89, I think. I used to have to actually spend a lot of time in Phoenix because I worked, spent overnights there for work, and would play pool at night. Got to know him real well. Played a lot of pool with him back then.
Yep.
He
And then he
is-
moved over to the LA area,
Mhm.
I think, in the early 90s, and